Oh, I don't like a plaster wall. I brought a picture with me that I had at home of a girl in a swing with a castle and pretty blue bubbles in the background to hang in my room here, but that nurse said that girl was naked from the waist up and not appropriate. You know, I've had that picture for 50 years, and I never knew she was naked. If you ask me, I don't think the old men they've got out here can see well enough to notice that she's bare-breasted. But this is a Methodist home, so she's in the closet with my gallstones. The other night, when Mrs. Otis's son took us home from the Christmas tea they had at the church, he drove us over the railroad tracks out by where the cafe used to be and on up First Street right past the old Threadgoode place. Of course, most of the house is all boarded up and falling down now, but when we came down the street, the headlights hit the windows in such a way that, just for a minute, that house looked to me just like it had so many of those nights some 70 years ago, all lit up and full of fun and noise. Oh, I could hear people laughing and Essie Rue a-pounding away at the piano in the parlor. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Oh, I remember it just like it was yesterday, but then I don't think there's anything about the Threadgoode family I don't remember. Good Lord, I should. I've lived right next door to them from the day I was born, when I married one of the boys. There were 9 children, and 3 of the girls, Essie Rue and the twins, were more or less my own age, so I was always over there a-playing and having spend-the-night parties. My own mother died of consumption when I was 4, and when my daddy died up in Nashville, I just stayed on for good. So you can see I've been keeping up with Idgie and the Threadgoods all my life. Oh, and I tell you, it's been better than a picture show. Yes, it has. One time, Cleo says to me, "Ninny," my name is Virginia, but they call me Ninny. He said, "Ninny, all I hear is that Idgie said this and Idgie did that." He said, "Don't you have anything better to do than to hang around that cafe all day?" I thought long and hard, and I said, "No, I don't." Oh, not to downgrade Cleo in any way, but it was the truth. I buried Cleo 31 years ago last February, and I often wonder if I hurt his feelings when I said that, but I don't think so, because after all was said and done, he loved Idgie as much as the rest of us, and always got a good laugh out of some of her doings. She was his baby sister, and a real cut-up. She and Ruth owned the Whistle Stop Cafe. Idgie used to do all kinds of crazy harebrained things just to get you to laugh. She put poker chips in the collection basket at the Baptist church once. Oh, she is a character, all right. But how anybody ever could have thought she murdered that man is beyond me. For the first time, Evelyn stopped eating and glanced over at the rather sweet-looking old lady in the faded blue-flowered print dress with the silver-gray finger waves, who didn't miss a beat. Some people thought it started the day she met Ruth, but I think it started that Sunday dinner, April the 1st, 1919, the same year Leona married John Justice. Well, I can tell you it was April the 1st because Idgie came to the dinner table that day and showed everybody this little white box she had with a human finger inside it, resting on a piece of cotton. She claimed she'd found it out in the backyard, but it turned out to be her own finger that she'd poked through a hole in the bottom of the box. April Fool! Oh, everybody thought it was funny, except Leona. She was the oldest and the prettiest sister, and Papa Threadgoode spoiled her rotten. Oh, everybody did, I guess. Idgie was about 10 or 11 at the time, and she had on a brand-new white organdy dress that we'd all told her how pretty she looked in. We were having a fine time and starting in on our blueberry cobbler when all of a sudden, out of a clear blue sky, Idgie stood up and announced just as loud, "I'm never going to wear another dress as long as I live." And with that, honey, she marched upstairs and put on a pair of her brother Buddy's old pants and a shirt. To this day, I don't have any idea what set her off. None of us had. Evelyn's husband, Ed, came to the door of the lounge and motioned. Evelyn wadded up her candy wrappers and put them into her purse and got up.